There, guys, hope you're doing really well underneath the firmament in this crazy flat plane. I'm back today with another video where I'm going to be speaking more about energetic interference, but today we're going to be going more on this sort of human side of things, because humans can be just as bad as entities for draining our energy and that kind of stuff. So before I do, guys, don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe, comment below. All that stuff, as you know, really helps me out. Without further ado, let's get into it. So what I'm going to speak about first is psychic energy. So what is psychic energy? Psychic energy is where a person or a group of people have really malevolent thoughts about you, where it sticks onto your energy field and it starts to drain you, and yeah, you can feel really heavy and that kind of stuff. And that's a real thing. So for example, and I've heard this a lot down the years with clients that have, had bad breakups and things like that, they'll often say, I can really feel my ex-partner, I can really feel their energy. Well, what you're feeling there is that obsessiveness or that real intense negativity coming from that person's thought forms, which is literally sticking on your energy field and making you feel heavy and anxious and that kind of thing. It can get to a more extreme point where the person's thought can be so negative and so obsessive that they create what is known as thought form entities. And thought form entities is where the person, is so obsessive that they actually create an entity which sticks on your energy field and starts draining and siphoning you. And we can actually create those ourselves. If you've got a very, if you keep obsessing over something negative about yourself, it can actually build up enough energy to create one of these thought form entities. So we need to be really careful about, other people's thoughts. We can't really control those, but we really need to be conscious of our own thoughts, but really understand how other people's thoughts can affect us as well. And I have a first-hand experience of this. I've told this story numerous times, but some of you may have not heard of it before. So I'll tell you again, because it explains it perfectly, what happens with psychic energy and how it can affect you. So around 10 years ago, I was living in Cambodia, and I made a video, and this video went viral overnight, went out 40,000 people overnight. Basically, the content was basically calling out the military, saying that these people are going to war for corrupt child abusers, and they're bombing goat farmers with the highest form of technology, and then speeding off at the speed of sound. There's nothing heroic about that. And I was just speaking very off the cuff. I didn't even think much of it, and it just went viral. And unfortunately for me, it got into military circles. It found its way into US military groups, British military groups. So I woke up the next day, and I had around, I can't remember, 15, 20 like death threats, these angry military idiots that wanted me dead, right? And so I wasn't scared of that because, A, I was living in the middle of Cambodia, and B, these people are often full of hot air, They're all right with their guns and their helmets, but they're not going to go out and find someone themselves, And the fact that I'm here is proof of that, right? So, but anyway, what happened after that was very interesting. Not in a good way, I have to say, at the time, but now I'm glad it happened because it helped me on my path to understand everything. Well, I don't know everything, but to really understand the astral side of things and how things work with like entities and stuff like that. And so basically, after this group psychic attack, where these people wanted me dead. So you can imagine all this energy, all these malevolent thoughts, the hate sticking on my energy field. I was walking around what I can only describe in like thick mud. I just felt like I was walking around in a thick soup. I felt drained, my energy was drained, I felt tired. I felt anxious as well, abnormally so, like even just going to like the supermarket to buy things, and I'm like, this is not right, this is not me, this doesn't feel right. And so I tried a lot of things. I tried different detoxes and a lot of crazy stuff there to try and resolve this. And it went on for about a month. And eventually, I had a clearing session, and this energy was removed. And also that tied in with removing the chakras as well, which also helped. And I've said before, I felt a lot lighter, and the mind chatter had quietened right down. But essentially, that's what I was dealing with. I was dealing with a group psychic attack. And this is the problem now with social media. You've got thousands of people that can send you hate like that. So we really need to be conscious of social media and that kind of stuff. And like I say, through my work, I've had to deal with a lot of that, because a lot of my work triggers a lot of people within the New Age cults and the New Age cult leaders. I remember when I did videos with about Feel Good and Magenta Pixie and Laurie Ladd, I had to do a lot of clearing around myself in that respect. So it's a real thing, psychic attacks, thought form entities. It's really important that we understand that what we're dealing with. In terms of like the dark arts, black magic, voodoo, witchcraft, spells, hexes, curses, that kind of thing, in its simplified form, it really just boils down to intention and the negative intention that that person has. And I guess you could say it's more of a conscious form of attack, because when someone or a group of people are just hating on someone, it's not really a conscious attack. It's just they're hating, for whatever reason. Maybe they've got something, trauma in their own life, or something going on energetically with them. Whereas with black magic, voodoo, witchcraft, that kind of stuff, it's very much intentional. So it's, when you read about it and you learn about it, it seems more complex. But essentially, that's all you're dealing with. You're just dealing with the negative intention to harm. And that can work both ways. You can have the positive intention to clear or do good, or it works the opposite way as well. So that's what that is in its simplest form. So guys, if you found this video helpful, please give the video a like. And if you would like to check out my work, do some work with me, check out my course where I teach people how to clear all this energetic junk. And we also have the community where I do a bi-weekly live Q&A. You can go to my website, transcendingtimes.org. But guys, I will see you on the next one. So have a fantastic week. Take care.